Hey, what's up? This is Gizmo. Today we're doing a review for Tweetbot 3. This is the brand new update for Tweetbot. Anyone who had Tweetbot previously, you have to pay for this new version, so that kind of sucks. And it's not very cheap. It's $3. But this is one of, if not the best, Twitter clients that you have for iPhone. Now, what you can see here is your basic interface. We're just going to show you guys the basics real quick and just give you a tour if you're kind of on the fence of if you want to spend $3 on a Twitter app. So you can see here the feed is very just nice and clean. Down here is your bottom bar where you could customize two of your items. You have these two little arrows here that you could tap. All you have to do is tap and hold and it pops up with really cool animations, and you could pick what you want: retweets, favorites, people you have muted. We're going to jump into that in a bit. And then have like trending things and your list and that type of thing. That's where that is. And here's where your trends are, the magnifying glass. So I also have my profile up here. This is what your profile page looks like. I'm not really fond of this waste of space all up here. The text is really large. But what I like here is your recent pictures. You could put up your recent pictures and, show your little things. If you want to see what I was for Halloween, you could go and look in. You could zoom in if you'd like. And then one really cool thing is you could just flick a picture away, which is really, really cool. So you could just tap a picture and do whatever you want with it, move it around as if it's like in real life. It shows your tweets, followers, all that good stuff. Links. If you move down here, you could see your background, or you could tap on the background and see what your background is. And yeah, that's your profile page. You could edit your settings and your profile, that information. So now let's jump back and look at the main news feed. If you want to check out somebody's post, you could just swipe over and see who replied. Now you can see he had 17 favorites, 15 retweets, and these are everybody's replies that sent him a message. You could send him a message here, copy a tweet, email a tweet. You could go here, view the retweets, retweet, reply, favorite, do whatever you want. If anyone's verified, they have the little V check mark on there. You could simply just tap on a tweet to do a quick reply over, and then it flies over, it sets it up, and you could do your nice thing setting up. Now if you want to write a new tweet, you just hit this little compose box and everything is set up here. You could turn off your location, disable it. You could set @ and start typing people's names. Like, let's just type Katie, and you can see names start popping up here. You have your hashtags here, so if you used anything that you've ever typed in before, it'll pop up so you could easily get back to it. Now you have your camera here. What I really love is the last photo taken. You could even take a picture or do one from your library, but say I just took a picture real quick and I want to send it to somebody. So I'm going to hit last photo taken, which is this one picture here. I could view it just to make sure it's nothing crazy. And yeah, so type whatever you want to type in and then tweet. So that's pretty simple. You can see the animations are really smooth. Now, one thing I really hate about Twitter is when if you're behind on a TV show and people are, posting a whole bunch of things, spoilers and stuff, and say this girl is posting, this is Once Upon a Time, and I don't want her spoiling the show. See this down here, I can hit mute, and I can mute her for a certain amount of time. Okay, I'm probably not going to see this episode for the next week. I'm really behind, so I'm going to hit 1 week. And she will be muted for 7 days. And it doesn't unfollow her, it does not block her. I will still get replies from her if she ever replied to me, but it will mute all of her tweets from the timeline, so I don't have to worry about her spoiling the show. Even though she doesn't. She's great, she's beautiful too. Now up here you can see I have 110 tweets, and that is basically showing me all the tweets I have that are unread, and it keeps sync of where you're going and what you've seen. So obviously I'm skipping over all these. I'm sorry everybody, but we're going to go all the way back down to 0 to where we are. Now up here you can see this is kind of like, I call this Instagram view. Now you have this media view here. You could also search a timeline. With a simple tap, it'll show you anything that's just media. So you get pictures, videos, anything that's media type, and it gives it an Instagram format look. As you can tell here, it looks very clean and simple, so you could really just check out people's pictures if you don't want to read tweets and you just want to check out media. So that is actually a really cool feature. The only thing I don't like is you have to go all the way back up to the top to go back to where you were to switch it. They need to move a couple things around. But other than that, the app is very, very, very quick. I love switching between accounts because for me, I have a few different accounts. All you have to do is tap up here, and this really cool animation and blurred background appears, and I can tap over here and go check out my main company's Twitter feed, and all the settings are right there. I can do all my types of stuff like that, and each one you can customize the toolbar on the bottom. So if we check over here, we can click and see what is going on. You can check your direct messages, which I don't have at any moment right now at the moment. You have your list here. Again, you could search, you could check out trends worldwide, and then you could set it to go, United States, wherever your area is, all that good stuff. And you could check out tweets that are posted nearby. So if somebody's at an event or something, you could check out people who are posting, who obviously will have geotagged post, and see who's posting in this area. And it tells you how far away they are, 1 mile away, a little creepy, 7 miles away, all that good stuff right there. So yeah, you could add accounts. Your settings are a little less than they used to be on the previous version. We used to be able to change font size. Eventually I'm sure they'll re-add it. But you could have sound effects. You could do the streaming where it posts, just Twitter constantly updates it. Now you could set your default browser. You could set it to Safari. I have Chrome because I use Chrome. And you can have your certain quote format, streaming, display, and you can have the username appear or just the full name, whatever you want. That's pretty much it for all the settings. They don't really have as many anymore, but yeah. So if you like seeing this here, you can see our mentions here. You can see somebody liked the video and I'm mentioned in here. And again, you see my direct messages in here, search, and yeah. So I could go here and look through all my mentions. The one thing I really don't like about this app is with the Twitter app, I'll show you right here. With the Twitter app, you have this Connect tab down here, which shows you your mentions, but it also shows you people who followed you, favorited you. You get these little tabs here that give you information. And the thing is, with Tapbot or with Tweetbot, you don't really get that. You just get mentions, and you don't really know if somebody's, following you or if they favorited something. You don't really see what's happening. So you kind of are disconnected in that point where you're really just getting replies if someone, ats you or mentions you. So that's one thing I really wish they would add, and then I could really get rid of the Twitter app. Otherwise, I'm always going back to this Twitter app to check to see, who retweeted, who followed, all that stuff. But in here in Tweetbot, there is a section where you can check out retweets, where you can see where somebody retweeted. It says one person retweeted. So you don't really know who's retweeting your stuff. It just tells you what people are retweeting. But it's not really organized all in one thing where it should be. I would really like it to be just like that. But other than that, there's a lot of swiping things you could do. You could go over and, like I said, check out somebody's tweet, replies. The app is very quick. If you want to check your messages, your tweets really quickly, this is a great app. If you have Tweetbot 2, the only reason to upgrade for me is the interface change. Now, you can't go to dark. You can't shrink the text at the moment. You can see the text is really large. This is not my setting. The thing I like is having the nice keyboard and because I can't look at that old iOS 6 keyboard anymore. I like having this new keyboard and the new Compose thing. For me, it's just the interface change. Is it worth $3? I don't really know. But if you have $3 to burn, then yeah, I would definitely check out the app. They really should have offered some type of upgrade feature for people who bought the previous one 2 years ago, and they're also going to probably sell another version on the iPad, so you have to buy a completely different version for the iPad version. But yeah, so that's pretty much a quick look at Tweetbot 3. Check it out on the App Store. It's $3. Little pricey. Maybe the price will go down on Black Friday or Thanksgiving weekend, but until then it is $3 and it will not be free. So make sure you guys check out our official website, ilovebtv.com. Follow us on Twitter, add us on Facebook, do whatever you can, poke us, link us, like us, follow us, all that good stuff, and we'll see you soon.